But when there is a sense of division between the subject and object, then the psychological time is created inside. It is sorrow. Therefore, time is, experientially speaking, the inner time which we all experience when you relate with the world. When that inner time resolves, there is happiness. That resolution happens when there is no sense of division between the subject and object. So, apart from the chronological time, which we all go by for our day-to-day transactions, there is something called psychological time, which is experiential in nature. Therefore, the time you experience in dream is entirely on a different format as that you experience in the waking state. The time experience which you have got in the sleeping state is entirely different from the time which you experience in dream. 1 second in dream is experienced as though it's ages. So there is something called chronological time which is created by all of us for our convenient transactions. And there is a psychological time which is experienced exclusively. It differs from person to person. But over and above, there is a time which is created by the Lord. And that time tells on your body. It tells on everything in this creation. The time which is created by Lord, it tells on everything. So we are all within the cauldron of time and space. Body ages, you need not do anything. Everything ages. Everything gets corrupted by time. So, time is the greatest devourer. It devours everything, the whole creation, which includes you and the world. Then where is timelessness? Lord is saying, hey Arjuna, you are timeless. You are there, you are now, you will ever be. And all these Bhishma and Drona, they were there, they are now, they will ever be. All these kings, they were there, they are now, they will ever be. Where is timelessness? So this present, past and future. What is the nature of present, past and future, experientially speaking? I am conscious now as a person. As we have seen, that consciousness is a choice, is something which is choiceless. It is not out of my volition or choice I become conscious. I find myself as a conscious being. Therefore, when I do business, when I transact, or when I live my life, am I living in the present? Am I living in the past? Or am I living in the future? What is past? I am analyzing my own experience. Each one of us has to analyze one's own experience. What you say past is something, a recollection of a thought. What you say future is a projection of a thought. Projection in the form of a thought. Then, that past, a thought, which is a recollection of an experience, when it happens, is there any past? It happens right now. That recollection happens right now. A projection upon the future happens right now. So the past and future are just thought forms of different fashion. When you recollect something, when you are recollecting, You are recollecting that an experience right now. When that experience happened, that also happened right now. That also happens right now. Any future projection happens right now. Therefore, to know time, we need to analyze what is now. What is present? It has to be analyzed. Is present the present hour? Is present the present second? Present second cannot be called present, because that present second is also divisible. So the present second you can divide by a million. 1/1,000,000th of a second. We call it as nanosecond. Then that 1/1,000,000th of a second is also divisible. You call it as femtosecond. That second can also be divisible in the zillionth division it can have. That fraction of a second. Therefore, mathematically, if you analyze, that zillionth fraction of a second is also mathematically divisible. Then where is the present? The present second cannot be called present. When we divide that present second into a millionth of time, that cannot be called present. That millionth fraction of a second, again, it is divided by zillion times. That fraction cannot be called a second, cannot be called as present. Then what is present? Any time experience is experienced by you. You are the one who is illumining that fraction of a thought. Therefore, time is experienced by you in the form of a thought. Therefore, when there is resolution of that I thought in sleep, there is no time experience. Therefore, in the waking state, in order to experience time, there should be this I sense, and time experience comes as a fraction of a thought. Therefore, what is present? Time begins in this order of reality when your I sense is born. Because the very I sense is within time and space frame. Therefore, when you analyze what is now, a zillionth of a second cannot be called now. Therefore, time experience, which is in the form of a thought, is happening to whom?